Yo, what is up everybody? My name is Shrimp and welcome back to tutorial number 3 of the beginning tutorial series. As you can see, this screen is very different than what you guys are used to, which is this. And today I'm going to be explaining, actually I have 4 open. Okay, today I'm going to be explaining what for loops are. So if you guys know what for loops are, you can actually skip this tutorial. I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to save some time and you can learn about how to make fading platforms. But if you don't know what for loops are and don't know what constructs of for loops, today we are going to have this tutorial of just for loops. Let's get started. So right now what we have is just a regular plain old part, and we have a script to that part. And right now all I'm doing is printing hi. So let's actually test this. When I touch it, it should print out hi. Hi, hi, hi. You can see it's getting printed out many times. So that is great. Alright, so let's get into for loops. So let me start off by actually just creating a for loop. So a for loop, of course, has the word for in it. And so we're just going to do count 10, 1, do print count. Alright, so let's kind of explain what I'm doing here. So a for loop consists of 3 things. The first thing is called the control variable, which kind of keeps track of the number you're looping through. This is the start value that is assigned to this control variable. This is the end value, where if any number greater than this, greater than 10, is connected to, if count is greater than any number than 10, this for loop will just end, and you will move on to these next instruction or code to be ran after for loop ends. And so we'll just print out for loop ended. And so that's the second number. And then lastly is called the increment value. A lot of times you'll see actually for loops written like this with just 2 numbers. But by default, they have a third number that is just 1. So here, yeah, normally you won't see this, but for now, we can actually just show this. And so this is the increment value. So every time a for loop runs and it goes to the end, it comes back up, runs again, and this number increments by whatever this increment value is every time it comes back up. So as you can see, right now the count value, the start value is 1, right? It will print count and go back up to the for loop, increment by this value, so 1 plus 1, so now count is actually 2, print count, end again, go back up, now print count is 2, and then increment by 1, so 2 plus 1 equals 3, count equals 3, print 3, and this will go over and over until count is actually 11, because 11 is greater than 10. So let's actually see this in action, okay? So let's stop. Let's rerun. All right. So I guess you can just ignore this for now. So I cleared it. So if I touch this, you can see that, okay, it's firing off many times because many parts touch this. Many of my humanoid parts touch this block. But let's just look at one loop, right? So as we said before, start at 1, you print 1. You go here. Yeah, start at 1, you print. So start at 1, print 1. Okay. Goes up, increments by 1, prints 2, prints 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then at 11, the for loop ends. So basically it prints all this stuff after the end, this end statement, I guess. And then at the end, it prints for loop ended. So that is basically what a for loop is. So let's just run the for loop, but let's change the start value. Instead of 1, Let's change it to 5. Before you guys watch, what do you think this will print out? Let me know if you guys get this right in the comments. But let's see what it'll print out. Okay, let's clear that. So what we got is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the answer. As you can see, again, because this is a start value, we print count. So this is 5 and goes back up. Now that it went back up, it's going to increment by 1. So now the count equals to 6. It's going to print 6. Ends, goes back up, checks is 7 greater than 10. It's not, so it prints again. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's what a for loop should. That should be 10. So that was playing with this number, the start value. Now let's play with the end value. So instead of 10, let's do 100. We start at 5 and we're going to end at 100. So let's just run this, see what we'll get. Again, give me a guess on what you think this will print out. As you guys can see here, also this prints because I think this is already touching like the base plate, so it automatically fires. But say we walk to it again, and you will see that at the start we start from 5 and print all the way to 100, and then the loop ends. So that was the start. That was us playing with the start value and the end value. Now let's play with the increment. As I said before, every time you come up here, your count value increments by whatever this number is. So let's actually increment this by 5. What do you think this will print out? Okay, let's do it one more time. And guys, if you guys got this all right, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll give like 20 Robux to some of the winner, whoever got the right answer. All right. So now that the increment is actually 5, you can see that the start value is 5. You finish the first loop, you go back up, you increment by 5, and then 5 plus 5 is now 10. Count value is 10. 10 is still less than 100, so you keep running down the loop. You print 10, you go back up. Okay. You add 5 to 10. Now count is at 15. Print 15. Again, you go back up. 20 is less than 100. That means you go through this loop. Boom, boom, boom. Over and over and over until you hit 100. Well, it's actually going to be 105. So if this is at 105, 105 is bigger than 100. And then it will print. It will not execute any of these code because it will just end, and then it will then go to these instructions. So that is essentially what a for loop is. And then you can also change this variable to whatever you want. Say like hello, print hello. And so it will do the exact same thing. You're just renaming the variable. And so that's basically for loops. As you can see, it works as well. Same thing happened. So yeah, that was the tutorial. So in the next video, we are actually going to go back to the disappearing platform and changing this into a fading platform, kind of like color block tower. And we're going to use for loops, and I just wanted to create a separate video because, or else this video would be a lot longer than expected. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or just confused on something, let me know in the comments below. So yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.